Hi, Claudine Reid here. I wanted to share a little bit with you about the wisdom of big picture thinking. So over the last 25 years, I've been running a multi-award winning social enterprise. I've developed my own consultancy, and I've done a lot of work with different international organisations. And here's what I know, especially about this time of uncertainty and ambiguity that we're having to navigate now. The wisdom of big picture thinking allows you to lead. It takes your mind out of the current circumstance and causes you to think a bit further forward in terms of what do the next 12 months look like? What does the next 5 years look like? I think the wisdom of big picture thinking allows you to look further than where we presently are. The wisdom of big picture thinking also keeps you on track. I'm pretty sure that many of you watching this video had made plans on the 31st of December last year, and now it almost feels like some of our most elaborate, amazing, massive plans have come to a screeching halt. The wisdom of big picture thinker keeps you on track, keeps you focused, reminds you that it doesn't matter what else is going on. Here's the goal that I've set. You might have to tweak it a bit, you might have to reframe your timelines, but it helps keep you focused. The wisdom of big picture thinking also causes you to think differently, to see differently, to see bigger, further, wiser and wider than you did before. You see, when you think differently, one of my favourite quotes says to see with your mind what other people miss with their eyes. So when you see differently, you're able to experience different things, you're able to enjoy different things. And again, I've had this experience throughout the course of running my business, because I've caused and positioned myself that through 2-3 recessions that we've been able to navigate, through upturns in business, through downturns in business, especially in the downturns in business, I've had to keep my eyes focused on the prize of thinking differently. The fourth thing I want to bring to your attention is that the wisdom of big picture thinking promotes teamwork. Because one of the things that any leader, any business owner, any entrepreneur will know is that you can't do this by yourself. You need a team of people. You need a team of expertise. You need people who can see differently to yourself. You need people who bring different skills, different levels of expertise, different experiences to your team, so that you can have a more rounded experience, so that you can then serve a wider network of people. The wisdom of big picture thinking, point number 5, minimizes the unexcitement. Look, everybody's looking for excitement. Everybody wants exciting things to do. We're looking for that, that motivation, that motivating force. Here's what I know. Anytime my business has faced any level of uncertainty or any amount of ambiguity, when I minimize the way how I minimize unexciting times is by thinking way ahead. What will life look like in a year's time? What will life look like in 5 years' time? What will life look like in 10 years' time? When I position my thinking to take me that far ahead, oh my gosh, it gives me goosebumps. It gives me that exciting feeling. I get out my notepad, I start typing, I start drawing diagrams, because what I'm doing is imagining myself where I want to be, not focusing on where I am right now. And that's the 6th point. The wisdom of big picture thinking causes you to step into the unknown. And when you step into the unknown, sometimes it is a little bit scary. Let me not kid you. It is a little bit scary. But it also causes you to grow. It causes you to stretch. And I have found that most of the major accomplishments that have ever happened in my life and in the life of my business is when we've been living in the stretch zone. Everybody say stretch zone. So don't strive for the certainty. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And it's a really hard thing to know. I know this. I had major surgery a couple of months ago, and I was living for a few months in a time of uncertainty. And I understand the anxiety. I understand the mental torment that comes with living with a level of uncertainty, especially where your health is concerned. But after I had done as much research that I could, and after I pulled myself together, I realized that I could get comfortable with the uncertainty, because I was certain about different elements of my future. So don't strive for the uncertainty. Embrace the moment and continue to press your way forward. But here's a very, very important thing. Learn from every experience. Don't rest on your success. Learn from it. Don't rest in your failure. Learn from it. Every experience that you're experiencing right now, every emotion, every feeling where your business is concerned, learn from it. Write it down, because this is building your muscle. Look, if I was in the gym, I'd be encouraging you, learn from it, build your muscle, build the muscles of your thinking capacity, build the muscles of your thinking power, so that your business will be able to come out of this particular situation and go from strength to strength. Gain insights from a variety of people. Talk to different people. If you know people in other countries, in other community groups, in other ethnic groups, in other demographic groups, from other genders, from other parts of the country that you live in, speak to them. Find out how they're navigating this particular situation. Find out how they experience in life, and take the key things from what they're saying and use it to reframe your pathway of how you're going to navigate. The last thing I want to share with you is expand your world. Expand your world. Most people are mentally married to the status quo. They want what was, and they don't want what could be. They want what was, and they don't want what could be. Give yourself permission to think in a different way. And one of the ways how I learned to expand my thinking was by speaking to my friends in Hong Kong, to my friends in Ghana, to my friends across the Caribbean, to my friends across Europe. When I began to expand my world, it gave me different thinking strategies, especially where my business was concerned. I learned how other industries responded to problems. I learned how other industries responded to failure. I learned how other industries responded when their products or services were failing. I learned how other industries and how other key leaders were able to navigate their way through crisis situations. I'd encourage you to do the same. And when you do the same, you will see the wisdom in big picture thinking. I hope this has been helpful.